All right, let's see what we got here. Stephen A. Smith reacts to Nets hiring Steve Nash as head coach.
The Nets have hired a new head coach, and it's Hall of Fame point guard Steve Nash. Adrian Wojnarowski reporting this news. It's a 4-year deal for Nash. Interim coach Jacques Vaughn will stay on as an assistant. Here's part of GM Sean Marks' statement, quote, "In Steve, we see a leader, communicator, and mentor who will garner the respect of our players." Stephen A., talk to me.
Max Kellerman, Molly, this is one of the toughest positions that I've ever had to take and in my career on First Take. And here is why. I want to first state that Steve Nash has no coaching experience. But if you talk about an outlier, an individual that is just special on so many levels, it is Steve Nash. Not just as a player, but his mentorship to some.
That's not necessarily true. Steve Nash was what's the word? A consultant for the Golden State Warriors, I want to say. And he did that for quite a while. And then the fact that you can just so nonchalantly say, no coaching experience, he led a team for nearly 2 decades. Like what the heck? That would be like, being a part of a janitorial staffing for 20 years. Like, well, he never mopped a floor, though. He never mopped a floor. It's like, he could figure out how to mop a fucking floor. It's Steve fucking Nash. It's already off to a bad start. Let's keep it going.
With Steph Curry, the brothers that he has looked out for and supported when Quentin Richardson was his teammate, and he took money off his plate to make sure Quentin Richardson got paid. When he had his man Steven Jackson, his former teammate, his teammate at the time, living with him and took him in and looked out for him. The respect that he has around the league, his smarts, his intelligence, his basketball IQ. Steve Nash is a sensational dude. And if anybody deserves this opportunity, absent the experience that obviously he has as a coach, it is him. It happened for Steve Kerr, who had never coached on any level before, but he took over Golden State, and look at the job that he's done. Steve Nash is widely respected and loved by a whole bunch of people in the NBA, black, white, and beyond. Congratulations to him. He deserves it. I get it. But this ain't about him, what I'm about to say. Ladies and gentlemen, there's no way around this. This is white privilege. This does not happen for a black man. No experience whatsoever on any level as a coach.
He pulled out. Wow. Unbelievable. I think this is one of the dumbest things I have ever heard Stephen A. Smith say. And I'm a fan of Stephen A. Smith. When something goes down in the league, his opinion is like usually the first one that I want to hear from a commentator's perspective. And I mean that from all basketball commentators. There's not that many good ones. And so he's kind of usually the opinion that I want to hear, but wow, he's off base on this. I mean, holy shit. If a dude named like Joe Bob that happened to be white, came off the streets, got recruited out of the farm, he was milking his cows. Hey, Billy, stop milking your cows for a second. Quick question. Brooklyn Nets head coach. You interested? then maybe we could have the white privilege conversation, because like, who the hell is this dude? Billy Bob from the farm milking a cow, right? Steve fucking Nash. It's Steve fucking Nash. You know that guy, Steph Curry, greatest shooter of all fucking time to ever exist. You know whose favorite basketball player is? He has two favorite players, Reggie Miller and Steve fucking Nash. The fuck? White privilege. It's fucking Steve Nash, you idiot. He led a team for like 20 decades. They're lucky he even wanted the fucking job. If I was Steve Nash, I wouldn't want that job. Who the hell? I don't understand why, like, people seek being a head coach. It's a fucking bitch of a job. Day in and day out, screaming at people, run the play, and then you gotta go to practice. It just doesn't seem like a fun job to me. Too much work worrying about other people. Lucky he even wanted the job. Here's the other thing. It's not white privilege. It's, if any privilege, I mean, because I think I would argue that there's no privilege here. You can fucking jump the line. You were the goddamn two-time MVP, led a fucking team as a point guard for nearly 2 decades. Broke records, going down in a Hall of Famer. But if you are gonna be like that and put a privilege label on it, here's one: friend privilege. It's about who you know. He's friends with the guy who gave him the job. They go way back. So this is insane. Let's keep it rolling.
And you get the Brooklyn Nets job? I know that Kyrie and KD have both signed off on this. I know they both support this move. But I'm thinking about a champion that is Ty Lue, passed up. I'm thinking about a guy who built the foundation for the Golden State Warriors in Mark Jackson, passed up. I'm thinking about the years that Sam Cassell has served as an assistant, first in the nation's capital in D.C., and now with the Los Angeles Clippers, passed up. And it's for a guy, my God, one of the best guys you could possibly meet in your life, and may do a fantastic job, but a guy that has no experience whatsoever. In these times where we're making all of this noise about social justice, I got news for y'all, Molly and Max. I have said this to people on numerous occasions right here on this show. Yes, that was the tipping point. George Floyd's killing, his murder, violence against black men who are unarmed. All of that stuff is true. But the frustration, the protest, and all of these things that you've seen in the streets throughout America, emanating from the black community and disenfranchised communities, is that proverbial glass ceiling, and the fact that it breeds a level of frustration that we can't even put into words sometimes. You just want to scream to the high heavens.
It's Steve fucking Nash, bro. What are you talking about? He's bringing up George Floyd, shit that has nothing to do with this whatsoever. And then he's like, this would never happen for a black person. Doc Rivers, Mark Jackson, Jason Kidd. I mean, and those are just the ones that I don't even have to look up. I know there's a ton of other ones. Sam Cassell's been like an assistant coach for quite a while. I don't know if he's ever been a head coach. Nah, bro. This has been done. It would be different if there had never been a black player that went to coach. Like, if that just never happened. And then, then Steve Nash does it. It's like, okay, maybe there's something there. But even then, I wouldn't even lean toward race. I would lean toward well, first of all, has anybody ever even applied? That would be my first question. Did anybody ever want to do it? But this is insane. I can't. But this is the dumbest take this man has ever had. Let's keep it.
The hell does this always happen for somebody else other than us? Why is it that we have to be twice as good to love this brother? That we find ourselves looking at a situation.
Try to see if Max chimes in at all.
Black people, you know what?
Not in this clip.
I'm just saying, damn. As time changes, things remain the same.
As time changes, things remain the same? What are you talking about? Come on, Stephen A. This is just dumb. You gotta have a better argument than that. I mean, this has happened before. I don't even have anything else to say. This is just stupid. He's totally ignoring Steve Nash's resume, which is funny because he literally at the beginning of his video, he's like, well, you know, this could never happen to a better player. And if you're going to do it, he's the best player to do it. But this is why, like, everything he said, this is what Stephen A is known for. He'll build something up. You know, he'll give it all the stuff. And then he'll totally go the other direction with it. Like, I've seen him do it with LeBron. He's like, look, LeBron is one of the greats. He's top 2. You know, he's this, he's that, he's this, he's that, he's this, he's that. But he shrinks in the fourth quarter or whatever it is that he says. He's way off on this. Way off on this one. And it's just like sad to see. Like, the dude led a team for nearly 2 decades. He can't get a coaching job without getting accused of being, you know, benefiting from white privilege. Insane. Anyways, that's it. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, want to see more videos like this, drop a comment or a link to that video you want me to do a reaction on. All right, bye.